Welcome, Pisces. This is your reading for June 2025. So I'm going to jump right in and see what's going on, what you can expect for June. And I am also going to show you the tabletop after this is done. So again, you can interpret it the way you want. You can kind of study it a little longer and let me know if it makes sense to you. And then eventually at the end, I do have my fairy cards, and I'm going to pull one at the end because we are in the garden and get some of that fairy energy going. All right, let's jump in, Pisces, and see what you can expect for 2025. Okay. Manipulate. Okay, so manipulate comes up. So again, that doesn't have to be anything negative, but it means sometimes you're going to have to change schedules or make things work. So it's not a bad word. It just means like rescheduling, making things work for everybody. Okay, so don't ever think that it can be a bad word. Okay. Sometimes you have to arrange things and make things work for everybody. And let's see why that pops up for you. Maybe you need to adjust some things that work best for you. Yeah. So this is talking about, again, so manipulating, being able to see things clearly. So make sure that you are able to make things work for you. Okay. Sometimes you have to, make things work for other people. But right now it's talking about you make sure it works for you. Manipulate it to what works for you. Okay. Sometimes you can just watch things and let things go by, but this is really about trying to make it work best for you for this month, okay? So Pisces, I want you to be aware of that. I want to see a little further. Yes, okay. So what the card you get is what's precious and important to you. So again, make sure that you manipulate what is precious and important to you that benefits you, okay? Sometimes you can also, be doing things for other people and not spending enough time for yourself. So again, what is important to you? Make sure that you spend the time doing that, all right? And it seems like you are going to be able to accomplish that this month. You just might have to move things around a bit, okay? It does feel like you have some... you are achieving what you want this month. It feels like you actually make things happen. Of course you do, because you have happiness. So this month, you don't have to worry. Just, again, manipulate things to work out your schedule, because happiness, again, is right there for you. It's going to be a good month. I love that just popped up when Precious and Important card came up. So June is going to be smooth sailing for you. Again, okay, interesting. Okay, so this card is Angry Purple Woman. Okay, so it means, again, this goes back to manipulating, making sure that you work things out the way you want to. So let's say you get overscheduled. Let's say people are pulling you in different ways. But, maybe you've overextended yourself. Maybe you've agreed to, do the PTA, and then you're going to, do the car drive, for the kids. You're going to do all that. But not all of that is making you happy, and that kind of can make you angry. So this is, again, manipulating things to the ways that you do what you like to do. And that is important, because if you don't, you're going to be overstressed and, so this is what the cards are saying to me. Okay, yeah, and you can be overwhelmed. And so this is what that card is saying too. It's important for your happiness to make sure that you schedule for this month what brings you peace, what brings you joy. Not what brings everybody else joy, but what is your center? Whether it's you like to go and get massages, this month, then go ahead and do it. Just don't overextend yourself. Do what brings you joy this month, okay? Because it feels like you've just been, okay. All right, let me see. Yep, time. And time is very precious, okay? So your time is very precious. Remember that. It's valuable, okay? And so you have to make sure that the time that you have is you do things that you enjoy. Not things that, this is not the month to do all your chores. This is what your cards are saying. You need to manipulate your schedule to what brings you joy, and don't get overwhelmed by the little minushkas, whatever it is, the little things, okay? Yeah, the time, little fish, big pond. So I'm really, again, feeling like that this is about you allowing, almost like kind of pushing your weight a bit, taking control and just saying, I can't. You know, it could be easy as, you know, the neighbor needs help with, you know, mowing the lawn. Well, you know, if you don't have time to help the neighbor, maybe you can get somebody else to help the neighbor. But this is the month where you really need to take the time to yourself and to do what feeds you. You know, what feeds you. Because, yeah, this is the butterfly. So again, you're flitting around and doing all this other stuff for everybody else. And this is, again, what is your happy spot? What makes you happy? Focus on that. Continue to keep doing what that is. No matter what anybody else says, this is what you need to do for this month, because that brings you happiness, that brings you joy, and you need to fulfill that for this month, okay? So it looks really good. Again, you're going to have a lot of happiness, do things that are precious and important to you, but in order to do that, you're going to have to manipulate your time and schedule, and it's okay to do that. So do not feel bad about, at this point for this month, having to turn some stuff down, okay? Good for you, Pisces. Now, lastly, I want to pull one last card from the fairies to tell you something you might need to know. Well, pregnancy. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you in the world. Well, so if you know somebody who just had a baby, you know that this child is very, very special. If it's somebody, there may be another child in coming into your life, and that's going to bring joy. So again, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are pregnant. It could be if you're trying. But there is a child around you coming into your life who's going to bring great blessings to you and your family. So congratulations on that. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the first time you're watching, please subscribe and have a great, great June.